Okay. Whoops.
Brett Blader, the coordinator of the Los Angeles Metro Debate League. So here. Today's topic is same-sex marriage. There will be four 4-minute rounds called constructives with cross-examinations in between, followed by 4 rebuttals where each side summarizes its case. The speakers for the negative side are Noe, Mabel, Jesus and Melissa. And for the affirmative side, we have Alfredo, we have Isabel, Eric, and Priscilla. With that, I leave you to enjoy the debate. Thank you for coming.
Let him start.
My partners and I strongly support the resolution. Resolved. The state of California should allow people of the same sex to marry, provided that all the applicable rules of marriage apply to them. Traditionally in this country, marriage has been defined as a religious and legal commitment between a man and a woman, as well as the ultimate expression of love. Homosexual relationships are increasingly gaining acceptance in this country. However, these couples have not been permitted to marry. Some states have considered a new form of commitment called civil union, which essentially is marriage without using the word marriage. Many politicians have said they are against gay marriage, but think it should be left up to the states to decide. However, the full faith and credit clause of the Constitution says that if one state makes a law, other states must recognize it. Thus, if one state allows a gay marriage and that couple moves to another state, the other state must recognize that marriage. This, in effect, allows one state to marry same-sex marriage legal in the entire country. Many politicians are calling for amendments to their state constitution and the United States Constitution. Many areas of the country, such as San Francisco, have performed marriage ceremonies in defiance of the law. Same-sex marriage should be legalized because denying them is a violation of religious freedom. Civil and religious marriages are two separate institutions. The 14th Amendment gives people equality. Marriage benefits, such as joint ownership, medical decision-making capacity, should be available to all marriages. If homosexuals can't get married, then they can't get these benefits. Homosexuality is an accepted lifestyle nowadays, with most evidence proving biological causation, such as schools and churches and other institutions such as the military are already accepting homosexuals as a lifestyle. And 24 countries such as Canada, South Africa, and Norway have already approved of gay marriage. Denying these marriages is a form of minority discrimination, which it was almost like the Brown versus Board of Education back in the early 1900s. It doesn't hurt society or anyone in particular. The only thing that should matter in marriage is love, and marriage is now based on love. The number of child adoptions should increase since gay couples cannot procreate. It encourages people to have strong family values and give up a high risk of sexual lifestyles. And the financial benefits that apply to man-women marriages apply to same-sex marriages. We are now open for questioning. second opinion need prep time or not?
What's happening in between each round, each side is given a total of 5 minutes to go on to prepare for questions so that they may go on ahead and ask to help them clarify or make their case. No questions here, La Chuga. Not yet.
Okay, one of the questions we have to ask you guys. One state, the whole country. Does that mean if one state were to legalize abortions for everyone, and there's states that don't, would they have to be enforced? Would they enforce abortion on their own state?
Technically, if one state allows them to get married, then they're not legally married in other states, only for that particular states. It only applies to contract.
To contract, okay. Another one. If marriage is based on love, the definition of marriage is not love between a man and a woman. It's union between a man and a woman. So if two cousins were to really love each other, is there any discrepancies between that and gay love?
What was the question?
As far as we know it, is not love between a man and a woman. It is union between a man and a woman. It is because of this that two people who do not like each other can get married. Correct. Cousin love is one of also love. If I love my cousin, why should it, is that the same as gay marriage?
Technically, marriage is a union between two unrelated humans above the age of 18. 16 in some states with legal permissions of parents who are able to sign a legal document.
Oh, well, that was... But according to dictionaries and, well, not World Book anymore, but according to them back then, isn't it between a man and a woman?
That's what we're debating about. We're basically talking about...
But definition right now. To clear the air, we don't hate gay people. We're not trying to we're not gay bashing, and we definitely don't want to separate them. But what we do want is for marriage to remain the same. We want its traditional, biblical definition to remain the union between a man and a woman. Love is possible within any sexual orientation. I would die for my girlfriend as much as a guy would die for his boyfriend if he were gay. But the word marriage is a strongly connotated word. One that should not be played around as if it was a 99-cent made in China store. Okay. A big argument that benefits are benefits in marriage. Some benefits are exclusive to marriage, and therefore that's why gay people want to get married. Some of these are pensions and stuff like adoption and separation procedures. It is because of that some gay people want to get married so that they can protect their spouse or they can protect their partner. But just because of this doesn't mean we should redefine marriage. There are many other options that are viable for this problem. One of them is fixing the law. Jim Crow laws used to separate black people and lead to discrimination. But due to the courts striking them down, now it is possible for black people to enjoy equality. They didn't attack anything else. With this kind of argument, we shouldn't be attacking marriage. We should be attacking those laws that say gay people and your union is different from marriage. Once those laws are struck down, then marriage and civil unions will now be almost the same thing. The point of all us is we don't want what is written in the Bible, man and woman united to be changed just for convenience. Another one, some homosexual couples seek the title of marriage to give themselves, I'm married, so it's not that bad. But here's the thing, racists and bigots will think of you as gay no matter what you do. You could be married, you could be divorced, you could be widowed. But the fact that you're gay will still be in them. We do not share this vision of it, but you have to admit that people out there do. Well, some people out there do. That's not their business. It is not, some people, including myself, were, well, I'm not going to get hurt if Greg and Steve get married. And this is true. Greg and Steve getting married, it won't make me lose my house or get bad grades. But it will affect other societies. Catholic Charities and the Salvation Army will lose benefits such as using park and public utilities if they deny gays the right to marry. So they also will sacrifice tax exemptions to make marriage, I guess, legal for gays due to the law. I'm sorry if I said that. Public schools will also have no choice but to teach children about gay marriage. When I was in 5th grade, my parents had to sign a waiver for me learning about sex. Yet for here, for gay marriage, there is no need for any signing. And if you take your child out, you're going against the anti-discrimination laws that will be set forth due to marriage. The topic of children is also very touchy, and the idea that married couples might confuse the child. I'm not saying that gay couples can raise children correctly, because I'm sure they can, but shouldn't children not be deprived of having a family with a woman and a man? And get away from that confusion that might be sparked by such unnatural marriage? Since the state of California could not ignore the gay population in houses, it made civil unions as well as codes to help make these unions as equal as to marriage. And although these laws are flawed, this is what gay people should be focusing on. Fixing all these little flaws until marriage and civil unions are equal, but marriage not separated.
Yes.
I'm open to questions. Huh?